What's up, guys? I am back, and we are talking Rocket League update, which is very nice to see. I just got off a red eye, basically. No, I don't know, 6 hours ago. So today's my sleep whenever I can day after a long RLCS weekend. But Saturn's dropping the hammer down on their new update. Coming out March 22nd. They said in their previous stuff that it was going to be early April at the latest, so it looks like they got a little bit ahead of it. And now we see why it was taking so long, because they've been working on this new mode called Dropshot. So it's another free mode. Means more playlists, which is something they don't generally like, but we'll see how they play around with that as we get into it. But Dropshot, brand new Rocket League thing. It's basically volleyball without a net and then breakout on your floor tiles. Basically, the ball, if it lands on your side, it looks like it will break away tiles slowly. And then there will be holes in the map where the ball can go through, but you can still drive normally. And then you get goals based on that. So let's see. So there's a new stat damage coming in for this. So it's the more damage you do, the more floor panels you break, the easier it is to score a goal. So you're basically getting points for making the goal wider, basically. So each panel can be hit by a ball twice. The first hit activates the panel while the second breaks the panel. Okay. Kind of similar to what one mode that I kind of always wanted was a breakout style where the goals have boundaries on it. So pretty similar to that. So it'll take basically 3 shots to get it in on any given title or tile. And then, of course, there's 3 different phases on the ball. So the longer that it's up in the air, the more touches from battle cars, the more panels it'll break when it hits the ground, or at least activate, or damage, I should say. So it starts out with only damages 1 tile, then the second phase damages 7, and the third 19. It's a weird way to do it. All right, come on, Psyonix here. Whenever you use numbers, you see a 1 tile, 7, and then they put the number 19. Come on, Psyonix. Come on. What are you doing to me? All right, anyway. We'll continue on. We're not going to show the trailer here. There is a better update thing. I guess I didn't get the right one up, so hold on, give me 1 second. So that's basically Dropshot. There is a couple other things in here. It should be on here somewhere. Let me find it. See if it's on their Twitter. There we go. This is what we wanted to see. Get back into it. So, of course, Dropshot. We just talked about that with the break, shoot, and score. So that should be fun. So there's actually no goals on the map, obviously. It's just going to be like a midline connector. I believe you can drive in the other side of the field. I'm not sure about that, to be fair, but I think you can. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. Anyway, new import battle cars. So this is a new take on battle cars. They're actually adding a car now into the game only through the crate system, which I thought when the crates first came out, they might be starting to get away from the DLC, but that hasn't happened. They sold the Hot Wheels DLC for the $2. Basically, it makes the cars more expensive. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's not the greatest because the cars used to be $2. Now you have to have a random chance in a crate for a key. Import cars are generally worth more than 2 keys. So basically cars are worth a little bit more money now, which kind of sucks. But we get a new car here, but it can also be painted and all that stuff. It can also, and certified, obviously, like a normal import car, but these can also be painted now as well. So I think like the bottom line, there's some painting going on. I'm not sure exactly. I saw a couple pictures, but we're not gonna bring them up here. It's fine. We'll do it when the car's out. Ooh, new crate. It's really cold in my basement. I think my wife opened a window or something. It's really cold down here. New crate, turbo crate. So obviously the import card will be inside the turbo crate. And some new items to get some interesting stuff here. So we got decals, obviously. We got some boosts, which is normal. But now we've got our first paint coming in to the crate system, which is nice. Furry paint coming in. I was wondering if they were going to add any more paints, because back when they used to do DLCs where they were $4 and it came with items, it would always come with paints, and that was actually the thing I was most excited to try out, was the new paint styles, because I generally would stay on Octane anyway, so at least I can change it up on all my cars. So a new paint is always nice. And then we got some new wheels. Of course, black market items as always. Whew. Tired down here. Tired and cold. It's weird. Season 4 begins, obviously, is another big part of the update. So we'll see how that all works out. They haven't really gone over, you know, the percentages or how everyone moves up and down. So we'll see what they do for that. And then, of course, you get some rewards for Season 3, which we've seen before. Esports improvements. So let's get into it. First, they're going to have a Live Now button. I didn't understand why they never had a button on, like, their side panel. I always thought it linked to the Twitch, because it links to YouTube videos when they're up there. So I thought, like, I was shocked that it didn't do that, because I thought it was just, like, trying to link to a normal website. So it's good that we'll have that, so you can see my pretty face on the desk. Spectator camera improvements. Not a fan. Like, it's a good first step, but I think overall, like, so we're going to get player cams boost, which we need for sure, but I think we still need boost of every single player on the screen at all times. Because, like, as a spectator, like, if you're casting, like, if you're not on that player cam view, you're not going to know how much boost they still have. So I don't think this really solves the issue all that much. I think it adds a little bit, and it's a good first step, but I think eventually we have to get to where we see all the boost meters on the screen at all times, because having it just on one player is not going to give you enough information 95% of the time when you want it. So hopefully they can get that in for every single car on the screen at all times, like just on a side view or something, just a little side panel. That would help immensely. But again, it's a good first step, but it's not enough, I don't think, for the spectator. The Rumble power-up indicator is also nice, but again, like, if you want to get that more spectator-friendly, that I'm not too worried about, because Rumble, you know, it's not an esports type thing, but then you could put it on the right side as well or something. All the power-ups everyone has. Excuse me, sorry, it's a tiring day. I apologize. Lots of flights, lots of sleepless nights, But yeah, so that's pretty cool, but I think it's just the first step, and I hope they improve it more pretty quickly, because I really want to see boost from every single person on the screen at all times. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, Dropshot. Hopefully, Mid-Season Mayhem's coming up. It's about a month away. Hopefully, we get some Dropshot in there. That would be really, really fun. Rumble and Dropshot, I'm down. That would be a lot of fun to see how pros handle Dropshot. And hopefully we get to see it there, which would be a lot of fun. Moving on. Also in this update, painted boosts and finishes. Painted versions of the Endo Battle Car. Here we go. This is what I was talking about with the little bottom layer. Man, that really wants to go full screen and just, like, break everything. Look at that load. Oh, man. It's like dial-up. But yeah, so some paintedness on the bottom. Again, we see some more here. We see some more there. I assume the lines around the windshields and the bottom is what would actually be painted. And also the Tachyon rocket trail can also be painted. So I think that's the first rocket trail that can be painted. Let me know if I'm wrong. But we also have new achievements and trophies, which is nice. Makes sense. You get a trophy for voting on maps. This is a drop shot thing, I think. And, you know, a few other ones here or there. That's nice, I guess. I'm not a huge fan of achievements trophies, but it's always good to add some stuff. And then, of course, the new map, Course 707, will only be available, I assume, for the drop shot. It looks like it's just Octagon, but just without goals, basically. But it looks very similar to that. I assume it's smaller, but it's hard to tell in the videos and stuff until we see it firsthand. And then we got some new Wasteland Night pictures here. We'll go with this one, I guess. So we got Wasteland Night coming in, which is nice. Probably should turn more into the default stadium, because DFH Stadium with the sun is pretty rough sometimes on certain specs. So this would make more sense for a default stadium. Night looks good. Obviously, I would want more maps. I always want more maps like Rocket Labs and stuff, but it's because they have a big Dropshot update. I don't expect them to put in the other maps as well, because that would also take a little bit away from it. Hopefully, that's coming soon after the Dropshot update. Some more Rocket Labs, or one of the Rocket Labs moving over into a normal map. At the same time, who knows? Because so far, there's been a lot of backlash on the different maps. Maybe Silence will start getting away from that because they've tried it and maybe it's not working. So, personally, I'm a fan of different maps, but I understand why people wouldn't be. And that's it. That's it for this update, guys. If there's more news coming, there's probably not going to be much more news because this is out in 9 days. So, definitely get excited for this new Dropshot mode. I'll be doing some viewer games on it, and always love new modes. I always love something to spice it up. Of course, like, this isn't very esports heavy of an update. There's no new maps or anything like that, but they did add a little bit of the spectator, and of course another crate, which is always good to fund some esports stuff. But yeah, that'll do it, guys, for this update on the Dropshot update. And we'll see you in 9 days. Play some volleyball breakout. See you guys later.